Hi darling hearts, it's your Gaps coach Emma here with some fish oils, thinking about supplements, thinking about blood tests, thinking about testing in general. I've seen these things, these Thriva things, like a little red button, like a stop-go button that you put in. It takes blood without hurting. Takes blood to give to who? Who's getting that blood to tell you what? I just got a blood test back from my father-in-law and had a little read of it. It was in French, but I got the basic gist. And what's interesting is that they listed things that are important, like magnesium and zinc and vitamin D. But these things all work with another mineral or another vitamin. So for instance, magnesium works with calcium, and yet there was no levels for calcium in the blood. Why? That's important and interesting. There's a level for zinc, but no level for copper. Copper is way more important than zinc in the kind of hierarchy of minerals. Why aren't there measurements for copper? If you've got low copper, you can't do anything, for heaven's sake. Anyway, the other one was, vitamin D. Levels for vitamin D, fine. What about retinol, vitamin A? These two things work together. You can't have one without the other. That's why we want to get our sources of vitamin D from a whole food, like beef liver or fish oils, cod liver oil or whatever, you know. Anyway, there are certain kinds of tests that, blood tests gives you a little window on that moment of that day. You know, like if you hurt yourself, like you fall over and you twist your ankle and you happen to be going for a cholesterol blood test that day, right? Your cholesterol will be higher because you twisted your ankle or you grazed your knee or whatever, because your body sends out cholesterol like a plaster to mend the broken bits. So it gives you a tiny window on that particular day. You can't trust it. Dr. Natasha, who's my guru, who is the author of Gut and Psychology Syndrome, my Bible, maintains that we shouldn't bother to test because there's far more interesting and easy ways to tell whether you're okay or not. And that is, do you sleep through the night? Do you get up for a pee? Do you wake up feeling refreshed? Are the whites of your eyes white? Are your teeth white? Is your tongue coated? Do you have white flecks in your fingernails? Do you have cellulite? Do you have urgency to pee? These are all messages from the body and we can read them. Anyone can read them, not just doctors. You know, I think testing is a bit of a waste of time and I'm highly suspicious of this like Thriva thing where you get a button and 10 and they're like, who are you giving your blood to? I don't know, it gives me the creeps, it really does. There was another one that Tim Spector was promoting a while back. That name, Tim Spector, he's something to do with the BBC, the British Bullshitting Corporation, who I don't trust either. And Tim Spector, the ghost of whatever, he did recent TV show, few years back, he did a TV show where he found twins that had been separated at birth. How many twins, heaven only knows. They found loads of them, you know, so that they could compare and test and I don't know what. Really peculiar, gives me the creeps. Anyway, there is a thing that you can do, which is called hair mineral analysis tests. And that's quite interesting because that will give you the last 3 months of what's your minerals doing. And I'll put in the link. There's a lady called Cressida that you can go and get a hair mineral analysis test with. Very useful. The thing with hair mineral analysis is they'll tell you which minerals are lacking and then they'll give you loads of supplements to take. Now, here's the rub. If you've got leaky gut, which 90% of the population has some degree of leaky gut, so they say. I don't know if that's true or not. I bet at least 50% of the population has some kind of permeable gut lining, which means whole pieces of undigested protein or whole pieces of undigested carbohydrates or whatever get through the little holes in the gut lining and into the bloodstream. And your body goes, what the hell's that? Because your body's only expecting to have the smallest building blocks, the smallest Lego pieces, the simple amino acids, the essential amino acids, the essential fatty acids, the simple sugars, the monosaccharides. The body's not used to having dirty, great big clumps of organic strawberry running around in the bloodstream. It sends out the emergency services to kind of like, get that thing out of here, it's doing damage, you know. So people got leaky gut. So if you're taking supplements when you've got a leaky gut, and you'll know you have a leaky gut because you'll have some kind of symptoms like allergy, runny nose. I used to have a glass of wine and my nose would start running instantly because I'm sensitive to sulfites. That was years ago now. Some people will get a migraine, some people will get itchy skin. Some people will have chronic fatigue. Some people will have achy joints. Some people will have, any chronic inflammatory long-term thing that you just always seem to have and you just kind of live with it. Even hiccups, that's a sign of oxalate overload. And if you have oxalate overload, you're bound to have a leaky gut because it's like shards of glass and it just rips up your insides. Anyway, you're not going to be able to assimilate the supplements you're given because your gut won't be working correctly, so it won't assimilate all the minerals and the vitamins. You might get some of them. But you do better to just have some raw egg yolk, because raw egg yolk is infinitely easy to assimilate. Raw egg yolk is like a perfect first baby food. Raw egg yolk goes and stock from the stock pot. It's perfect, doesn't need any digestion. So even if your digestive system's broken, doesn't matter, because those foods are going to heal and seal the gut lining. They're going to feed those epithelial cells and they're going to give you nourishment directly. So taking supplements in the form of synthetic supplements, right, rather than a whole food version. Like a fish oil is a whole food version, beef liver is a whole food version, Oyster Max is a whole food version of taking a supplement with vitamins and minerals in it. If you're advised to take vitamins and minerals, you better make damn sure that your gut is not leaky, because you're just going to be doing very expensive doo-doos, very expensive pee-pee. Have you ever had a B vitamin and then your pee's all green or bright yellow? It's just all going down the pan. You might get some of it. The thing to do is make sure that your gut is intact, because your microbiome is your greatest asset. And your gut lining is the home for your microbiome. So if your gut lining is compromised, ulcerative colitis, IBS of any description, reflux is a message from the body saying, don't stop doing what you're doing, you need to do something else, So never mind about all this blood testing. It's a load of nonsense. It doesn't make sense to me. And my guru states in her books, Dr. Natasha Campbell McBride states in her books, don't bother getting tested. Just look for the signs of wellness. Are you well? Have you got rosy cheeks? Are you happy? Do you feel contented? Do you wake up and go, ooh, I'm going to do the thing. That's going to be great. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Or do you wake up with a sense of dread? That used to be me. I used to open my eyes first light of day and just burst into tears because I was severely depressed and severely anxious. It doesn't have to be that way. Life can be much more fun. Anyway, what do you think about those Thriva test things? I think they're a bit dodgy. Anyway, lots of love. See me at timelesscookeryclub.com and let's get the gut healed and sealed and have fun. Enjoy life. You know what I mean? Anyway, lots of love. Bye.